Hey, so today's Tuesday tip, we're going to talk about lawn maintenance and hiring a landscape contractor to do your lawn maintenance. Today we're going to talk about a couple things to keep in mind. Number one, you need to make sure your landscape contractor's got the right insurance. We talked about that last week in our video, but want to go back over that because it's really important that you understand what kind of contractor you're hiring. Number one, make sure that your contractor has got a full general and full workman's comp insurance. What I mean by that is make sure that they are covered for the liability if something was to happen to your home, those type of things, damages, all of that, above and beyond their normal deductible amount. Second, workman's comp. Make sure they have workman's comp. Workman's comp is important just due to the fact that if someone gets hurt on your yard, you want to be able to go ahead and make sure that they're covered in that insurance. If not, if someone's to get hurt on your property, you, the homeowner, could be liable for that insurance. Unfortunately, I've seen that happen in a number of cases where contractors have come to clean the roof or clean the gutters, fall off the ladder, hit the ground, break their back, and now the homeowner's being sued due to the fact that the company they hired didn't have insurance. The other thing is if a company in the state of Georgia is spraying or applying any kind of herbicide or chemicals to your turf grass, they need to be certified with the state and have a certified pesticide applicator's license. The individual in the company can have that license, but the company itself also needs to have that license. That way you know that they're applying the right chemicals, the right applications, the right rates, and all of that while they're out there at your property. You don't want someone to just be out there spraying chemicals in your yard and then your dog or your cat or your child gets it on them and then all of a sudden you have an issue. You also want to make sure that they're certified through that process because they carry insurance in that licensing process. Number two, besides your insurances, you also want to make sure that you've got a contractor with the right equipment. Anybody can get a lawnmower and go cut a yard and that sort of thing, but you want to make sure your contractor's got the right equipment. A lot of people promise great things and provide poor results and poor quality, so you want to make sure that they have that ability. Make sure they've got the lawnmowers, the equipment, the two-cycle, all of that in order to take care of your property professionally. Make sure they have adequate staffing. Staffing is always a need. In Middle Georgia and in our region, we are running into a staffing issue across multiple trades. Electricians are out there with the same issue, plumbers are having the same issue, HVAC guys are having the same issue, and landscapers fall into that category as well of just not being able to find people who want to do or want to work in this industry. And so that in itself makes it a challenge. But make sure that your company that you're hiring has adequate staff to be able to take care of that. Also, look at the bench of the people that are working for the company. How long they've been there, what's their experience, what's their history, how often have they transferred or moved jobs. You want to take all those things in consideration because when you're hiring them, you're married into the family. The other thing that I always tell customers to do is do a background check and see, make sure the contractor's doing a background check or make sure the contractor's doing a drug test on his employees because those folks are at your home. You want to make sure that you are getting quality folks on your property. You just don't want to hire just anybody to be on your property. We want to make sure that those people that are on your property are doing you a good job. The other thing that I would also talk about as far as staffing is keep in mind those people are going to be at your home when you're home and when you're not home. And so you want to make sure they're in uniform, they look good, they're professional looking, they're professional acting, due to the fact that they're going to be at your property off and on with and without you at the home. A couple of other things to keep in mind. Look at their website, look at their Facebook reviews, their Google reviews. Check them out. Do your homework on the person that you're hiring. We have a number of people who've called us before. They've given people money to do work for them and then they never show up. And then they go on Google or they go on Facebook and find numbers of reviews where people have said negative things about them, about taking their money and taking off, or about different things along those lines of So make sure who you're hiring is someone who is of quality, someone of top notch across the board. And so when you're looking about a lawn maintenance contractor, make sure you look at a couple of things. Number one, look at their insurances. Look at their, make sure they're licensed to be in the area. Make sure they're licensed to spray chemicals if they're going to be doing that for you. Second, look at their equipment. You know, put an eye out on the road to see if you see their trucks running up and down the road, how their equipment looks. Because the equipment to me reflects what they're going to look like in your yard. How, if their trucks are clean and nice and neat, then they're going to be clean, nice, and neat when they come to your property. Also look at their background, look at their experience level, look at their expertise, where do they have certifications in. Look at all of those things when you are looking for a landscape contractor to do the maintenance, to do irrigation, to do installation, and keep all those things in mind. Hey, if you need some help with that, we have all those certifications, and we know some guys in the industry that can help you with that as well. So if you have any questions or you have a comment, post it and let us help you with your landscape needs.